Hi everybody! Okay, so I think that I'm on live and welcome to my free 5-day plant-based smoothie a day challenge. I am so excited to do this and I thought we needed a little bit more of a baseline kickoff video because I know I was talking about it last week, but what I really hope for you guys is that you can use this anytime that you want. And so it doesn't matter if you're starting today or tomorrow or in a month. It's just something that I know you'll be able to feel a difference in your body. And then hopefully that inspires you and motivates you to want to keep getting real, alive, whole, plant-based foods into your system so that you can really benefit from it, right? So hi guys, say hi if you're here. And I'm going to go through today the formula, the smoothie formula, how to keep it simple and why we want to do this, and really the point of drinking smoothies anyways. This is not just because like they're trendy or they look pretty on Instagram, but they actually have a major purpose in our body for ourselves, and you can use them to create the healthier version that you want, right? Hi from California, how nice is that? We actually, you guys, it's so sunny today and it's going to be 84, which is crazy, like extra hot for spring for us, but I'm really loving the sun. So it is good smoothie weather, right? For sunshine and hot weather, but regardless, let me go over the logistics first. I think you guys that are on might be signed up, but if you don't know what we're talking about, I want you guys to go to the link in my profile, and there is a sign up for a 5-day plant-based smoothie a day challenge, and it will give you some of the basic information plus the layout plus 5 recipes, and I'll be doing some more with you over this week, okay? But I always think, and I know this because it was what happened for me, was when I could understand why I was doing a certain thing with food, why I was eating food in a certain way, in a certain combination, order, or even the foods itself. If I could understand what that did inside of my body, I wanted to do it because I wanted health so badly, and I wanted to feel good, and I wanted to look good, and I wanted to just live in a body that felt like the best version of my own. And if you don't have that, it can be so scary, right? So what we're gonna do here is understand how even in just drinking a smoothie at the beginning of your day, you know what that's doing for you, and you're gonna want to keep doing it, okay? So download the guide, put your email in, and it will automatically send it to you, and then you'll be all set. So I'm gonna go into the formula, but I wanted to remind you too, in case you haven't downloaded the guide yet, but we're doing a giveaway. So the way that you can get entries for the giveaway is by sharing on your Instagram stories. You can, when we're done with this video, you can share this video in your stories and then tag me, and you can use hashtag #FoodRebelEats or FoodRebelKids if you have kids, but just tag my account and then reshare it. And you can also tag people on the comment section if you want to do that. But what I'm giving away is 3 different things. Actually, there's 4 I'm going to show you because I'm just obsessed with like cute cups. So the first one is these simple modern cups. This is actually an amazing smoothie cup. And the lid, you guys, is super good because it can screw off and be a straw, or it comes with the flip top kind if you were like traveling in a car and you just wanted to make sure you wouldn't spill. But it has this like really good suction for the straw so nothing really spills. And I like it because it's easy to hold and fits in cup holders and stuff. Like, do I sound like Vanna White of smoothie cups? And by the way, I just like this brand, like I have nothing to do with them. But it's big enough and it fits like a good amount of nutrients, and so you'll have like a good size smoothie. I also put my coffee banana lattes in here. So this is one thing, and you can pick your color. There's so many different colors. Or you can pick this. This is the same brand, And it's like, sort of looks like a wine cup, but I put tea in it, I have mint tea in it, or you can put your smoothies in these too. And how cute are these? So this is gonna be part of the drawing. So if you like that, you might wanna do the share. The second is my favorite Truvani plant-based protein powder. And you can pick the flavor. There's 4 different flavors. And also read my post about this because they have an amazing deal to get 25% off like for life. If you get your order in today, there's a post on my grid. And if you have kids, we're doing a plant-based toddler formula, which is like the perfect thing to start transitioning them into more food, getting more plant-based nutrients into them. And this is what Dash drinks, and I'm like so grateful that these people invented this formula. Can I use the protein powder when pregnant? Yes, actually. Will you tell me what your first name is? Because I can't tell from California. I started to use this, and it was actually brand new to the market when I was pregnant with Dash. The only really weird craving I had was for chocolate smoothies, and I always love vanilla. Oh good, you love Else too, yay. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Bonnie, Food Babe, I was like, if there's anybody that I trust to source ingredients, it's this woman. So I started to order the chocolate protein powder just so I could make smoothies when I was pregnant with Dash, because I was nauseous for 17 weeks with him, like, whoa. But yeah, they're totally safe to use. It's literally 5 ingredients and they are all plants. There's not even stevia in it, so totally good, and they are so good. Like I just said good a bunch of times, but it's yum. It's so yum. So highly recommend, especially if you're pregnant, you need a good amount of nutrition, right? Boost it up wherever you can. So those are the giveaways. All you have to do is share, tag a friend, invite them in. Okay. And I hope you got, what I want you to do too is to make your smoothie. You're gonna follow the formula that I'll go through today, and I'm not gonna make these videos very long because I know it gets boring or it just takes too long. But I want you guys to make a smoothie and take a picture of your smoothie and then tag me. And if you wanna take a picture of yourself with your smoothie or your kiddos with your smoothie, do that as well, okay? So we just wanna share the love so more people can actually learn how food works for them and feel better and be healthier. Okay, so the smoothie formula is super simple, but it's important to go over because there's a lot of potential ingredients that could be in a smoothie that would totally wreck the benefits of it. Not wreck it, but I'm all for progress, and I want you guys to be able to do things that you actually notice a difference with, and you're actually gonna get the true benefit of healing inside. And without any negative, without any holding back. So this is why you need to understand what needs to go in a smoothie formula. Excuse me. Okay, so number 1, anybody want to guess? The most important thing that goes in a smoothie? Oh, Kat. Okay, cool. Nice to meet you, Kat. Kat from California. The most important thing that goes in your smoothies has to be the fruit. And this is why I went on a little rant last week about fruit is not sugar, in the sense that we think sugar is bad. And it is no way negative for us. It is what we require as humans. It's what our brain runs off of. It's what feeds our adrenals, especially if you're pregnant. It's the healthy glucose that's surrounded by vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and fiber. And we have to have it. So I wrote something about this the other day, but plant-based eating means you focus on plants, and that means fruits and vegetables. It's not just vegetables, and it's not just fruits and vegetables, but those are the core, right? And they're both important, and they're both equally important in different ways. And when we're starting our morning and when we're starting our day with your breakfast, you're breaking a fast. What you want to do in that first meal is to get foods in that are very, very hydrating and that are going to help you continue the elimination process. And fruit is the perfect thing to have first thing in the day. So have you guys ever heard of eating just fruit first? So fruit first because fruit moves fast. fruit will digest in 20 to 30 minutes, and so we want to put it in our body on a mostly empty stomach. So you could have a green juice beforehand or, you know, water, but mostly empty stomach, because we don't want there to be anything already in our digestive system that's going to be starting for our body to process or break down and work on. We want the fruit to go in, keep cleansing stuff out of us, nourish us, hydrate us, and to give us that good energy from the glucose, okay? So it's like the best thing we can do at the beginning of the day. So the first part of the formula is fruit, and we don't need to be afraid of it. I don't measure my fruit, and I'm like, no fruit's off limit. The only thing that I also tell you not to put in your smoothie is melon. So cantaloupe, watermelon, and honeydew, but that's not because they're bad. It's only because they don't blend well with other fruits. They move even faster. And so they're very, very good, but you want to eat them alone. Like, just eat cantaloupe, nothing else. Or watermelon, but don't mix it, okay? So that's the only caveat. So get the kinds of fruit that you want. The simplest thing that I will tell you, and I'm going to go into more specifics about the fruits I buy tomorrow on the live stream, but get some 1 or 2 bananas. I don't care if it's frozen or fresh. Get some frozen fruit. I have mangoes, blueberries, strawberries, cherries, or you can mix up fresh fruit, you know, apples, pears, oranges. It doesn't matter. Just pick flavors that you want, but the fruit needs to be the base and the core and the most substantial portion of your smoothie, okay? And that for the reason I just went over, okay? Everybody got it? The second part is greens. And so fruit, although it does move really fast through our system, dark leafy greens are one of the most vital and alive and nourishing foods that we can consume consistently to really make changes in our health. And so I always tell my clients, like, I want you to focus on getting greens into your body at every single meal, or at least 2 out of the 3 of the day. And so smoothies are such an easy way for us to add in dark leafy greens or greens of some kind, and we don't even notice, we don't even taste them, and they're still gonna get into our bodies and do all this massive good work for us. Like, one of the things that they do is they kind of gently scrub the lining of the gut, and because people are so concerned with getting enough protein, leafy greens contain protein, and I want you guys to always remember that plant protein is so good because it's easy for us to get it in to our cells, and that's what really matters, okay, when we're talking about that. So I want you to do your fruit, pick some kind of leafy greens. Like, I literally just ran out of all my smoothie greens this morning because I made a bunch of smoothies, but you could put romaine. My top ones are spinach and kale, just like the power blends you can buy in the bags. But something green with your fruit, because the dark leafy greens will combine really easily with the fruit and not cause you any problems in digestion or slowing down digestive energy, okay? So we want all of these things. So we've got a really nutrient-dense packed smoothie if we do some fruits. And so bananas, I say pick bananas and then something else or a couple other things. And then your dark leafy greens. And then you need some kind of liquid, right? So the easiest one is just water. Because everybody can access that, and then you can decide, like, if you really want a thinner smoothie that's more like drink with a straw, or you want it thicker, like an ice cream base. It doesn't matter. Again, more or less liquid, but you can use water or just use a non-dairy milk, preferably unsweetened. So I think what I have right now is oat. Yeah. So Dash drinks a lot of oat milk, so I have oat. But it could be almond, it could be flax, it could be cashew, it could be macadamia nut. You could make it, you can buy it, but get an organic, unsweetened, non-dairy milk to go in your formula, okay? Now, you could leave it just there. You don't need to add anything else. You could do ice if you want. I will do a little bit of ice, but usually if I have frozen fruit, I don't, because that just takes care of the chilling process, and you don't want it to get too like slushy. You want it to be more creamy. But besides the fruit, the greens, and then your liquid and or ice, well, let's talk about plant protein, okay? So you do not need to buy special protein powders. You know, you don't have to do that. I started to do it because I really liked the source. I really liked having extra plants in my smoothie because plants mix well with plants, right? They're not going to make any difficulties with digestion, and it's going to keep my body in a fast elimination mode, which is what I want. Plus, just give me extra different exposure to plants that I wouldn't otherwise have. Like this one is pea protein concentrate, vanilla powder, pumpkin seed, monk fruit extract, and chia. So it's totally fine to mix plants with plants, right? Plus, I really just like the flavor. And if you're anything like me, I have like a pretty big appetite when I eat, and I know that when I consume a plant-based diet, you don't have to worry about like portions. You just eat till you're satisfied. You pay attention to your hunger, right? But smoothies would like go through me really quickly, and that's another reason that I wanted to get the protein powder, because it just filled me up a little bit longer and made it more satisfying. So that's up to you. Now again, if you have kids and you're wanting to get nutrients in them, like you could definitely do else, and it's the perfect way to like blend things together. But for adults, if you have health goals, if you have weight loss goals, if you have like nutrient needs, like increased nutrient needs, like pregnancy, all of that fits. And this is literally the only protein powder that I would recommend, because I don't even know of anything else similar to it or so well sourced that tastes really good. So if you're gonna do a protein powder, do something that is like this, or the kiddos one, or just do something simple that's in this, which would be like chia or flax. So you could get raw chia, raw flax, make sure it's milled, make sure it's not the seeds, because all the good stuff is in the seeds, and we don't want to just take that in and poop it out without accessing the omegas and the protein and the fiber. So it should look like a powder. And you can mix a scoop, half a scoop, however much you want into your smoothie formula. And that just is gonna boost nutrient density, give you a little bit more substance, hopefully make you more satisfied, and also just taste yum. It's so good. I haven't tried their chocolate peanut butter or the banana cinnamon, but I'm like I said, I'm a vanilla girl, and less pregnant than chocolate. But you guys can do whichever ones resonate with you. Or just get some kind of chia or flax. Those are the two that I would recommend if you're just gonna go to the grocery store and get like a whole plant food that is a protein, which they're also a healthy fat. But I just wanna stress this, because the way that a smoothie would not be as good or slow down its benefit to us would be if you included a lot of like fat in it, like avocado or like MCT oil or like flax oil. I know that can be trendy, but that's kind of running on the misconception that our brains are running off of fat, but our brain is running off of glucose. And so remember, like I will preach this to you guys every time I can, because it's so critical. To make progress in your body, to make progress in your health, we've got to keep our digestive system having an easy time and take work off of it. But if we put a lot of fats, which are a heavier, more dense macronutrient, into our bodies early in the morning, we're stunting that energy that's naturally turned up high, and we don't let it burn as quickly for as long. And so putting like avocado in there and all these oils and things like butter, for sure, like that does not help. That in fact slows us down. Okay, now on the protein powder front, you want to make sure it's a plant protein, again, because food combining is a real thing. It's energy. Food is energy. The way they mix together, the digestive enzymes that are required to break different foods down, we don't want to mix those all together. We want to keep it quick, simple, and fast. And so that's why the only thing that I really put in with the fruit is the leafy greens or another plant protein, because plants can mix with plants. So whey protein is gonna really ruin the smoothie, okay? Because it is inflammatory and triggering, and so many people that I've worked with in the past with gut issues are like, oh, I'm doing healthy protein shakes and stuff, but whey is gonna mess you up. So make sure it's not that, and it's not a blended protein powder that has like 20,000 ingredients. You don't need any of that. It needs to be so simple, whole, real foods, okay? Let me think if there's anything else I wanna tell you not to do. Let's talk about vegetables really quick. And I mentioned this just briefly in the guide. You're gonna notice that I don't focus on putting loads of vegetables into my smoothie because of the intention behind it, right? So the intention behind us starting our days with plant-based smoothies is to continue elimination, to keep digestive energy high, to nourish our body, to give our body healthy glucose for that energy that's gonna help us run off of our own pure natural energy and not need coffee and caffeine and all of these things, and to hydrate our cells. So we are made mostly of water. Our cells are made mostly of water. All they want is to be clean, clear, and pure inside, and we can really do that for them by focusing on fruit first. So we don't need to be like mixing a cauliflower in our smoothies to make them creamier and thicker. Like, no, like it's nothing wrong with cauliflower, right? But I did that one time, like before I understood what I was doing, and I'm like, why do I feel bloated? No, just keep it so simple, and the bloating will go away, okay? Digestion is not really that complicated when you can eat food in the right ways and orders. There is one recipe in the guide that has cucumber in it, but that's because it's high water content. If you want to do that, you can. It will change the flavor. I've had somebody tell me she tried to sneak cucumber in her smoothie for her kids, and they were like, what is in this? Because it has that distinct flavor. But just do the greens, okay? I promise you're going to be doing really well. Your body's going to thrive off of it, and it's going to taste good too. So simple, simple, simple. Fruit, greens. My camera keeps fading, you guys. That's so weird. Fruit, greens, a liquid that we talked about, ice if you want, pick your plant protein, and blend away, okay? So remember, it should be right away the first food that you're gonna consume in the morning. So whenever your time is to break your fast, this is what we're gonna start with, okay? Does it make sense? Does anybody have any questions? Hi, Jody. Hi, Dina. And then remember, to be eligible to win the prizes, all you need to do is share this in your stories, take a picture of your smoothies, and then tag me on any of those things on Instagram, okay? So let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, that'll wrap up for this like kind of baseline how we do this for today. And then tomorrow I'll go into more specifics about the ingredients and where I source things and kind of how we make the flavors fun. And we'll go from there. So like I said, you can start today. I know it's like 1:30 here, so you probably already ate your smoothie, I hope. But this is what we need to understand. So you can start and keep going as long as you want, okay? All right, guys, that should do it for today. I will be back tomorrow, and go blend them up.